In this part, the guy, hands up and said to Jin that my name is Sember Bil. I am from the Bil clan in the Zhong kingdom. Jin was surprised and say, oh, so that's you. I am Jin Runcandle. I was requested to look for you. Sember Bil happily say Runcandle. My goodness. A Runcandle. Thank God. Jin thought that I completely forgot because of the Kinzello group. I feel bad, seeing how happy he is. Then Jin take the mesa on his back and said to Sember that I will never forget this debt. Then Jin say it's nothing. We were paid to do this. Now, let's go back. Jin asked to Sember that anyway, Sember. How did you get kidnapped by the Kinzello group? We thought we were searching for a missing person. Sember replied to him that well, I followed my lover here. Jin asked to him that, lover. Were you two eloping? Sember was afraid and replied to him that no. Actually, the thing is, my lover died 2 years ago. But from her face and voice, to even the 2 moles on her wrist, they were exactly the same as when she was alive. It might sound crazy, but it's true. There is no way I would have mistaken her. Jin thought that everything was the same. This sound like the act of Boulevard Gaston, the Transformer. They probably kidnapped Sember for money. Does Boulevard and the Kinzello group have some sort of connection? This is the second time I am getting caught up with him. I have a bad feeling. I should meet him in person to figure out what kind of guy he is. The fragmented workshop he runs should be in the Carano dukedom's capital. I should try to find an opportunity while I am in the intermediate training class. After that, Sember said to Jin, thank you for listening to me without thinking. I am crazy. Then Sember crying and requested to Jin that my clan should be sending reinforcements soon, so let's go back. You even called guardian knights for little me. Jin thought that it wasn't for you, but for Mesa. Then Sember say that Sir Jin, I will remember today meeting forever. Jin replied to him that okay. Sember asked to him that please tell me, if you ever need my help. I will do that. On the other side, when Jin came back to Storm Castle after finished his first mission, Nanny was so happy and said to Jin that congratulations on fulfilling your first mission. Young master, your Nanny is truly happy. Jin replied to her that thanks, Gilly. Nanny say that you are tired, right? I prepared a bath for you. Jin happily say great job as always, Gilly. Then Jin meet the Moroccan in cat shape and say wheel, look. Who it is. Have you been good, while I was gone? Cat cutting the Jin hand and Jin throw the cat with power. Nanny was worried and said to Jin that do not throw animal. Jin say that Moroccan is a dragon, so it's okay. Jin angrily asked to Moroccan that why the hell did you bite me? Moroccan say are you nuts? Did you go crazy? I thought. I told you. Not to. Release. Spiritual energy. Then Moroccan claws on Jin face and angrily say how many times? Did warn you. That. You. Could. Die. That was all a warning for your own well-being. Jin replied to him wait. Hear me out. Then Moroccan came out into real shape and caught the Jin and say what's there to hear you out on? What could possibly be more important than the life of Soldert Soul Contractor? Nanny was upset and say that Sir Moroccan, the young master just got back. Moroccan said to Nanny that stay out of this, strawberry pie. This is a serious matter. Nanny replied to him that yes, I understand. Then Jin tells the Moroccan that a cadet was kidnapped in front of my own eyes. Was I supposed to just sit there and do nothing? I was worrier that she was going to end up in deep trouble. Moroccan asked to him that what about the pendant? Is that just an accessory for you? Jin replied to him that it's meant for more than just hanging around your neck. It felt like a waste. Who knows, when I will meet a much more powerful enemy. Moroccan was angry and say that a waste. Then Jin asked to him, is that really something so shocking? Wait, but how did you know that I awakened the sword? Moroccan replied to him that your spiritual energy leapt from 3-star to halfway up 4-star. How would I not notice that? Jin was shocked and say that I did feel like I became full of spiritual energy. So, I went up by 1 star. Moroccan tells him that you should be thankful to Soldert for keeping you alive. Out of the 10 people who experienced spiritual energy congestion, wait, it's 11 now. Anyway, out of all of them, 9 have died. Jin asked to Moroccan that I am assuming one of the 2 is me. Who is the other one? The first patriarch. Moroccan replied to him that no, it's me. Tamar would have died. Jin was shocked and say what? So you and I aren't all that different. Don't worry. I don't want to experience that pain ever again. I am gonna go wash up. Moroccan angrily gestured towards Jin and said to Nanny, that bastard. Strawberry pie. You need to starve him until he learns his lesson. Nanny replied to him that I will be taking my leave. So, that I can prepare young master meal. On the other side, Jin's sibling was surprised when they listened that Jin completed his first mission and talking to each other and say how does it make sense? That Jin fought and won against a warrior of the White Wolf tribe. The other say of course, it doesn't. Maybe it was a bandit wearing wolf hide. How could a fledgling 3-star knight kill a White Wolf tribesman? The girls say that actually, there is one way, that might be possible. The guy that Jin faced could have been particularly weak. The girl name was Anne Runcandle, 9th flag bearer of Runcandle. The other girls say, but that still doesn't make any sense. And it's even more incredulous. That mother just believed it at face value. The other girl name was Mayu Runcandle, 8th flag bearer of Runcandle. Anne Runcandle say is not that right. At that time, Tona brothers came there. Anne and Mayu was surprised to see them. Anne say Haydena, Daytona. Then Haydena say of course. Both was upset and whisper to each other about Jin that Daytona said to Haydena that do you really think Jin killed him? Daytona replied to him that he might be a monster. But this is a stretch even for him. Haydena smile and say the problem is not if he actually killed a member of the White Wolf tribe or not. He's apparently coming to the intermediate class now. Daytona say, right. I will be over for us. If Jin comes to the intermediate class. Both were upset. At that moment, Mai smile and asked to Tona brother that what are you whispering about? Are you guys really that scared that Jin is moving up to the intermediate class? Both replied to him of course, not. Anne said to Tona brothers that you can be honest in front of your big sisters. Then Anne angrily seeing towards them and say, because what I hate the most are the tongues of liars. It makes me want to rip their tongue right out of their mouth. Tona brother were afraid and replied to her that we are very afraid of Jin. Then Anne asked to them, do you want your big sis to help you out? Haydena say how. Anne tells them that the Runcandle intermediate class is purely survival of the fittest. Composed of a wide spectrum of 3-star to 5-star cadets. There are both freshly joined cadets as well as cadets that have been stuck in the class for over 10 years. Mayu and Anne have managed to get a few of these hard-stuck cadets. And abuse them as their slaves. You can take them and crush Jin. We have a bad feeling about him too. But if you can't take care of it properly, you better be ready for the consequences. My dear little brothers. On the other side, in Storm Castle Jin take bath and thought that since I successed in my first mission, my promotion into the intermediate class is certain. Also, I reached 4-star spiritual energy. In order to properly draw out my spiritual energy, I need to reach 6-star swordsmanship within 5 years at the latest. 6-star swordsmanship means that you are an excellent swordsman. And starting 7-star, you join the rank of a master swordsman. But these are special marks only for normal people. Starting 8-star, you are considered an irregular. And things change entirely. And then, there aren't even 109-star and 10-star among the 2 billion people on the entire continent. And there is only one person who leapt over that standard entirely. The King Realm, Genesis Knight. In this life, I will make it to the Genesis rank. No, even further. Then Jin sitting on the chair for eating meal and say then the first bridge to cross would be my promotion. The Toba twins are in the intermediate class. I already know, even though I haven't experienced it. As soon as I join the intermediate class, my siblings, not just the Tona twins, will try to really keep me in check. The beginner class is filled with young kids of similar level, so I had a friendly atmosphere. But the intermediate class, being soft won't work. In a place where only strength and skills work, I only have one job. I will dominate the intermediate class. With power. After a few days, Jin mother call him. Jin asked to mother, did you call for me, mother? Mother replied to him that yes, I heard you safely executed this mission. The result was very satisfying. Jin replied to her that thank you, mother. Mother say as for petrol report, I was told that you refused my recommendation to move rooms. As you know, only children who will become the next patriarch can use that room. It has been empty since Joshua used it, when he was young. But I would like for you to start using it. Jin replied to her, thank you, mother. However, I refuse. Mother was surprised and asked to him, but why? Jin replied to her, however good a room it is still just a room. It is much too large and extravagant for me. Then mother asked to him that will you really not accept it? Jin replied to her that yes. I have already made my decision. Mother say all right. You may go. Jin replied to her that yes, mother. After that, Jin going towards the outside of the room, and mother say dies the youngest just not have any sense of greed, or too much greed. I can't tell. On the other side, Jin thought, what I offered him is a room allowed only to child, who will be responsible for runcandle in the future. I am sure, he also knows of the support he will receive along with the room from the moment he enters it. However, it's also true that he will become the target of those who didn't receive it. Mother thought, so Jin was figured out that I was testing him. I will look forward to your performance in the intermediate class. After few days later, instructor said to the guys that we will be advanced to the intermediate training class from tomorrow. The intermediate class is made up of several factions. You will be part of my faction. You will be forced into territorial battles and face harassment. Jin say, but don't be too scared. I don't plan on just watching as that happens. And such things are bound to disappear. Once I completely suppress the intermediate class. Then instructor say, until then, move in groups of 3, even when you are not training. And avoid acting alone, got it? All replied to him that yes, sir. Next day, in intermediate one guy came there and tells the student that I am Zio Runcandle, senior member of Runcandle. 8-star knight. Kyron Runcandle, younger brother. 10 new rookies entered this year's, and 27 dropped out. Rookies, learn how we do things in the intermediate class from your seniors. I only teach swordsmanship and assess your performance. It will be up to you, all to take care of all incidents, excluding murder. Let me ask the seniors. What do I always emphasize? The weak are not needed in Runcandle. The weak are not needed in Runcandle. Jin thought so. Noisy. They are trying to discourage us. The Tona twins are over there. The all students repeat that sentence, the weak are not needed in Runcandle. Then Jin seeing towards other guy and thought that the ugly guy next to them seems to have been a trainee for a long time. There is no way the twins won him over on their own. They must have received help from sisters Mai and Anne. They must have been trying to discourage the rookies, but I should let them know that they have misunderstood something greatly. Then one guy coming towards the Tona twins, both were afraid and thought that what the hell? Why is he coming this way? Don't get scared. We have the support of sisters Mai and Anne now. The guy moving towards Jin, and Jin cut his arm with sword. Then Jin thought that the one who needs to receive a hazing is not me. Then Jin say, call a medic. Daytona angrily said to Jin that you bastard, are you insane? Why did you? Jin asked to the guy that trainee. What is your name? Guy replied to him that, Kanji Romero. Jin asked to him that, do you know why I cut off your arm? Daytona said to Jin that, hey, are you ignoring us? Unsheath your sword again. Jin angrily replied to him that, brothers, can't you see that I am talking to Kajin here? I will accept your dual layer, so please stay quiet. Haydena shouted and say, you little rat. How dare you act this way after slashing my trainee? Then he put hands on his mouth. Jin smile and say, my trainee. Jin asked to him that, is he part of your faction? He had a hint of bloodlust when looking at me, so I slashed him. Other guys were afraid and think that, could this be a hierarchy battle?